and thank you everyone. I'm Preeti Manan, and so I will be talking about yoga and mental health activities. So before I move further, let me just ask everyone. All of us know that after the pandemic, all of us know about yoga. That though we were inside our houses during the pandemic, so all of us did some yoga and exercises to keep ourselves fit, the yoga and mental health. So, can you please write down in the chat box and tell me that how yoga and mental health can be related to each other, and how do you think that yoga helps in improving one's mental health? And especially today, we'll be talking about toddlers. So, the children below 5 years of age. So if you have any idea that how can it help, okay, it helps us to concentrate. Really, very nice. It helps us in concentrating, right? Focus, right, Renu ma'am? It improves our flexibility, very right. So we have talked about body and mind both. Okay, it increases mindfulness. Great. Yoga and mental health have two sides of a single coin, right? Very right. So they are together. Great. So everyone has fair idea. Okay, both are for our well-being. True, very true, Prabha ma'am. It makes us stress-free, right, Gurpreet ma'am? So we have been talking about many benefits. You have told me a great lot of benefits of yoga and mental health. So for toddlers, we all know that we all get a lot of benefit from yoga, and mental health also we feel relaxed and relieved. So for toddlers, how it can be important, because we all can share our own emotions and feelings with everyone, but the children below age of 5 years, they don't have enough words to share their feelings and emotions. So how yoga can help them in a direct or indirect way in sharing their emotions and feeling light, feeling happy, and to help them share their things with others. So I hope everyone can see the screen. So mental health. So mental health, all of you have rightly said that it is the overall wellness of how we think, regulate our feelings, and behave. So this is the definition of mental health, that this is the overall wellness. So, and what is a mental health and illness? What do you think is a mental illness? Can you please write it and share? What do you mean by mental illness? We talk about mental health, and now what is mental illness? How can we say that a person is mentally ill? We are not doctors, we are not psychologists. As teachers, as educationists, how can we understand and realize that our family member, friend, a student, or our own child has a sort of mental illness, is not mentally well, is not mentally fine? Physical symptoms, we all know. Physical symptoms of illness, like a person is having fever, cough, cold, he's physically ill. How can we understand that the person is mentally ill? Can you please write in the chat box? Okay, not able to relate to the immediate environment, not able to express. If he or she is not able to follow the simple instructions, many times not interacting with peers, unable to cope up with situations, right, Gurpreet ma'am, Sonali ma'am, Renu ma'am, Swarnatha ma'am. If one has the feeling of uncomfortable behavior, uncomfortable while behaving, sleeping, right, great. So all of us are great educators, and we have been dealing with different situations, different people, different children, when we are not able to think or act or behave in a normal way, and we're not able to express our feelings, right? So these are the different ways in which we can understand. These are the physical features of a mental illness. How physically we can understand through external symptoms that something is going on inside a person's mind. So mental illness or mental health disorder is defined as you all have already told, patterns or changes in thinking, feeling, or behaving that cause distress or disrupt a person's ability to function. Very right. So different signs of mental illness in children, as you have just told: hyperactivity, prefer to play alone, sudden changes. It includes sudden changes. Suddenly, a child is unable to sleep properly, intolerant to the sounds, not liking the music or different sounds, no eye following, rejecting the cuddles, delayed speech development, feeling anxious or worried, feeling depressed or unhappy, have sudden emotional outbursts, sleeping problems, weight or appetite changes, eating too much or eating too less, quiet or withdrawn. So these are a few symptoms, physical symptoms, to understand that something is wrong with a child. So what every child needs for good mental health? So any idea what every child needs? We as teachers, what can we do? How can we help a child to feel mentally good, mentally, physically good, healthy, happy? So what a child needs: appreciation, right? Empathize. Yes, empathy is very important, that we must wear the shoes of the person, we wear the shoes of the child and understand the situation from the child's perspective. Positive attitude and environment, right? Caring and sharing, right? The child should be felt that he's cared for. Treat them like others, right? We should not differentiate in them. Great. Very nice, Renu ma'am, Swanlata ma'am. Be a friend, right, Ashley ma'am? Meditative exercises, okay, great. So meditative exercises are also something which the children need, and we will talk about some of the exercises which we can do with the toddlers, because we know it's not easy for them to, because they don't have long attention span to do some long meditation and exercises. So great, great, dear friends. So now we have talked about that what every child needs for good mental health, and we as teachers have this responsibility, as teachers, as mothers, as parents, as an important member of our society, that we help the children in developing psychologically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. So we should let them initiate, develop, and sustain mutually satisfying relationships. Use and enjoy solitude, that if they are alone, we should not let them feel that, oh, where are your friends, go and play with them. No, they should be able to enjoy if they're alone. They should have their own things to play with, own stories to build. They should not never feel alone. Become aware of others and empathize with them, as we have already said. Play and learn. Develop a sense of right and wrong. Child should understand slowly and gradually what is right and what is wrong, resolve problems and setbacks, and learn from them. So these are the different mental health indicators that a child should be able to do these things, and we as teachers can help them in doing so. So CARE is an acronym that creating awareness about mental health in students. How can we do so? We can help them to look within themselves through various activities, because these little children don't know about mental health, and we cannot talk to them about this like that. So how we will learn some ways to create awareness about mental health in them, address the importance of mental health in schools, redefining the roles and responsibilities of the stakeholders. Now, there are psychologists, counselors in the school, but for young children, we are the closest, the teachers, the class teachers, the subject teachers, we are close to them. So there are different stakeholders in school, and it is the responsibility of each and every stakeholder to understand and work for the mental health of the school. We cannot say that it is only for the counselors or psychologists. So redefining the roles and responsibilities of the stakeholders. So we must redefine the roles and responsibilities of each and everyone involved in the education process, elucidating innovative ways and best practices for promoting mental health and well-being of the students. So we have to find out different ways to promote mental health and well-being of students. So, so now we'll be talking about yoga for toddlers. So in the age 2 to 5 years age group, we see a lot of physical, mental, and emotional development. So this is a time of rapid growth and change. The children have a lot of energy. So if we want to teach yoga to them, so we require a lot of patience and compassion, and we must understand the body limitations of the children. So it is all about fun and discovery. Kids love yoga stories. We can integrate it cannot be just a separate subject that's yoga is for physical education. We can integrate into various subjects, and we will see that it's all about exploration. It is not about correct postures. We cannot work for the correct postures at this age. It's just children will explore their bodies and learn many new things, because children love exploring bodies at this age. So how they can twist and turn themselves mindfully, as we have just said, that how mindfully we do different things. So this will also enhance their mind body connection. So children at this age are curious, so everything is new. So, and if something looks like it must be fun, so they are likely to give it a try. So they enjoy experiencing something new, and they will enjoy discovering what their body can and can't do. And it will will love the experience of what their body feels like in different yoga shapes. So they enjoy making different shapes with their bodies. So the different development milestones for kids. So by the age of 5, we must understand that the children should be competent in these things, that emotionally mature. The children should be able to deal with the feelings, age appropriate feelings, and they should not cry too easily. They must understand to, they must learn to understand what others say. Physical health and well-being. So they must have good fine and gross motor skills. So their fine and gross motor skills should be well developed. Social competence. So they should be able to get along with the other children. They should be able to play in a group. Communication skills and general knowledge. They should be able to communicate what they want. Language and thinking skills. So they should be able to read, write, count in a particular language. It can be their home language. So these can be some of the skills which we feel should have. There are some things that some children may not have achieved it, but most of the things should be there with the children. So yoga. So how yoga is helping the kids? How yoga can help the children of this age? So yoga and mental health. So yoga can help them in relaxing. They feel relaxed. Children have a lot of energy. So for relaxation, we can use some exercises in a playful manner. If you just ask them to sit and focus on your breath, close your eyes, it won't be very easy for the children to do so. So through different activities, we can help them in relaxing. Attention and focus. So while they are doing any exercise or while they're just mindfully breathing, indirectly their attention and focus develops. Improved sleep. So when the children are doing some physical and mental activities, their energies are released, and it improves their sleep. Family bonding. There are different pair exercises also which children can do with their family. Also, they have different like feelings and emotions they can express. So family bonding can enhance self-confidence. When the children can do something with their own selves, So it increases the self-confidence. Academic performance. So these all the mental benefits will show up in the academics also of the children. Executive functioning, the child will be able to function and manage things. Physical development. So all of it will also help in developing the child mentally as well as physically. So these are some of the benefits. It enhances flexibility, balances them and muscle tones, boosts confidence, improves overall health, increase their concentration, improves mental health, creates a positive self-image, and develops body awareness. So we can start so some of the activities. First can be fun with face yoga. So we can take a small rhyme, and in order to give them words to express, children are feeling happy, sad, angry, but they don't have words. So we can use this little rhyme that I have feelings. We can point to oneself. So do you, point to the children, and then I am happy. We can make a big smile. I am sad. We can make a frown. I get scared. Cross arms and make scared face. I get mad. I am proud of being me. That's the feeling too. You see, I have feelings. You do too. We just sang about a few. So we can sing in the tone of like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars, and we can see different faces. And it is also a kind of a face yoga. It helps in enhancing the face muscles, and it will also give them a vocabulary. It will vent to their emotions. We can also add feelings according to the children, that how are you feeling today. They can add their own feelings, and we can just increase the rhyme. So it will give them vocabulary, it will give them expression, understanding, various things children can get. Also relaxation exercises. So now we will move to relaxation exercises. So teaching children how to relax their own body and mind is incredibly valuable for them. It can help them to manage their emotions as they grow up. It can help them to deal with the stress well in the future. So it can help kids to fall asleep also peacefully at night. So it is very important for us to relax the children. So how can we relax them to? We can include some simple breath and body awareness practices. So after each class or story, we can let the children sit for some relaxation exercises in between the classes. Before we start with the classes, we can do the relaxation exercises. After the break time, we can do that. Or the time when we are about to leave for home, we can do the simple relaxation exercises. So what can be the simple relaxation exercises? They wiggle and shake, reach for the sky, stand on toes and inhale. So let arms fall loosely to the ground and exhale. Imagine releasing all negativity. Hang loose for a moment, repeat 2 times. So it is a very playway method. Children love to wiggle, shake, reach for the sky. Slowly and gradually, they will start understanding about their breaths as well. We can also start with this tummy breathing or belly breathing. We, because when children are very small, they're used to breathe with their tummy only. But as they're growing up, due to various tensions, stress, we as well, we don't breathe with our belly or tummy. So our proper or correct breathing should be like when we inhale, our belly should come out. When we exhale, our belly should move in. But the reverse happens when we are awake. So it should be like when we can make the children touch their belly and inhale and exhale. So it can be a very fun exercise for the children. If we have space, we can also put a toy on top of the belly, a light toy, and they can just feel the toy moving up and down. So hand breathing. So all of us can also try this hand breathing. So in the class also, we can ask them to take their hands in front All of us can do that. If possible, we can switch on our cameras and the children, because these are some concrete things of breathing. We cannot just directly move to abstract breathing techniques. So we can just slide our finger up, breathe in, breathe out, 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 and we can let them relax. So in this way, this exercise can be done with them, and it is a concrete way. Through their hand they can just understand when to breathe, for how long to breathe, and how long to exhale, breathe out. So this can be done. And breathing exercise, and this lazy 8 breathing, we can draw a big 8 on our whiteboards or blackboards, and we can ask the children to place their fingers in the air, place it at the top of the number 8, breathe in slowly while drawing the number 8 in the air. Once they get back to the top, slowly breathe out while tracing the number 8 again. So once they have to breathe in while drawing the number 8, and then they have to breathe out. So this can also be done with the children. Rainbow breathing, we can put a picture of a rainbow in front of the children, and they can just use their finger, breathe in. When they move in the middle of the rainbow, they have to breathe out when they have to go back. So this 7 times can be done because the rainbow has 7 colors. So soup breathing, this can also be done. So I hope this is evening time. So all of you must be preparing for your dinner or evening snack. So we can try and do this soup breathing together. If all of you can be there, we can all imagine that we have a bowl of soup in our hands. Our favorite tomato soup, sweet corn soup, any soup, any flavor which we like. And we can just close our eyes and inhale our favorite flavor of soup. Wow, what a smell! Tasty, yummy. I'll have it after this live session. And now breathe out. You can breathe in again and breathe out. We have developed an appetite. Okay, so Sonali ma'am is saying that she tries it in her class, and the children, yes, ma'am, you're very right. Few kids are not keen and they disturb the class. Yes, it happens that when we do some exercises, because all of them are of different kinds, different temperaments. So some of them may not like it, may not get involved in it. So we can do some other things with them. We can try or make them to stand up and move, because some children are hyperactive. So it is not easy for them to close their eyes, sit and imagine. They just can't do that. So we can ask them, okay, fine, you see how others are breathing in their favorite soup. Now what you can do, you can stand up, breathe in, touch the sky, breathe out, down. So we can do some different exercises for them, because each one is different. So each one may not be comfortable in all the exercises which I am telling. Some children in my class, they don't do like standing and sitting ones. I ask them to stand up and sit down. They say, no, I'm not feeling like standing up. I don't want to stand. So it happens that when we do some things, all the children may not be interested, because we are coming after the COVID times also. So children are according to their own moods. They just want to do what they want to do. So yes, you're right. This problem we all are facing, and we can adapt or do some changes according to them. So we can also do flower breathing similarly. They can take their favorite flower in their hand. They can visualize a favorite flower, breathe in deeply and breathe out. They can use their Mouth also, just breathe out and blow out. We can also slowly, the children develop breathing in and out. We can ask them to hold their breath. Breathe in, hold the smell of the flower for 2 counts, 1 and 2. Now you can breathe out, 4 counts. So our thing is that we have to develop breathing out for longer duration. Breathe out should be longer. Exhale should be longer than inhale. So this will help in opening of our lungs and diaphragm if we breathe out fully. Because we don't breathe from diaphragm. Belly breathing is not just exactly from the belly. Near our belly, we have diaphragms. So it's basically diaphragmic breathing. And if we breathe from our diaphragm, we'll not face this problems which we are facing. Lungs, the sinus and all asthma and different things we will not face. If our lungs will open up. So we have to try and increase the count of exhale slowly because they are very young and just beginning. If they reach till that stage, we can do that. Butterfly breathing, this can also be done. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Place your fingertips gently on your shoulders. Now take a slow, gentle breath in through your nose and raise your elbows as you breathe in. Hold your breath for a moment and then breathe out, lowering your elbows. So they can do this butterfly breathing. And we can also integrate these breathing exercises with the subjects we are talking about. We are teaching them, if we are teaching them about animals, we can integrate the snake breathing. They have to inhale through their nose for a count of 4, hold for a count of 2, and then exhale and create sound. So they have to make the exhalation as long as they can. And they have to keep their shoulders relaxed. So similarly, humming bee breath, we do this as Bhramari Pranayam. So we can breathe in and breathe out. They have to hum like a bee. All of us can do this. Breathe in, sit straight. Let them sit straight with the back straight whenever they are doing any of such exercises. You can breathe in and breathe out, and their mouths closed. They have to hum like a bee. We all can try this. All of you can sit straight anywhere on the chair or standing also. We can do this. This Bhramari can be done in any way. You can close their eyes and breathe in and breathe out. Keep your mouth closed and create a humming bee sound. Face should be relaxed. They can increase the sound of humming bee and the children will enjoy it. We can sometimes create the snake sound. We can sometimes ask them to create right. Sometimes meditation also, we can ask them to hear the sounds in their environment, close their eyes, sit straight. Of course, there will be some children, those who won't be able to do, but slowly and gradually. If we do this regularly, sometimes they'll see others and they'll try and do it. Okay, let me also do it. And we as teachers can also try to do it for a few seconds mindfully. That, okay, ma'am is also closing her eyes and doing it. Though we know in the class we cannot do it exactly, we cannot close our eyes and just can do it. So we can just ask them to do this or that, or slowly and gradually we can increase the times. Initially, many of them may do it, some of them may not do it. But while we are doing it regularly, it might come to their practice, because when we start writing also, they're not interested in that. So as we go on about it, we can develop their interest. So yes, this lion breath they can do. Go to the floor on all fours, take a deep breath through the nose, open your mouth as big as you can, stick your tongue out and roar. Everyone likes to be a lion, I think. And those who cannot sit straight, we can ask them, be the lion, and others can listen to the sounds. While others are doing meditation, some are taking out the sounds. And we can ask them, okay, now it's your turn to sit and listen, and now others will make the sounds. So turn by turn they can do. Some are meditating and some are doing these exercises, and then we can change over. Okay, now you have taken out these sounds, you have to sit and listen. We can do this interchange also. Elephant breathing, similarly, they have to just raise their hands up breathe in through their nose, raise their arms up, and then slowly swing their arms down as they breathe out, and breathe out with their nose, sorry, mouth. So this elephant breathing can be done. Little yog nidra. So we can ask them to do meditation or yog nidra. We can make it as small as possible. So we can ask them to sit down or put their heads down, close their eyes, imagine a big, beautiful rainbow, see all the colors, whatever we can ask them to listen to the sounds around them, anything. Imagine a sun. If not such a big thing, we can ask them to imagine just one thing. And then we can ask them to just open their eyes, then move your toes, move your body. Before they open their eyes, just ask them to move their body a bit and be aware of the surroundings. And then slowly they can open them. They can imagine the different colors of the rainbow, or one single sun, or focus on a tree and imagine which things they see on a tree. And through this, we can also increase their speaking skills. After opening their eyes, they can tell everyone what they can see, what they have seen, their imaginations, their chocolates, toffees, everything. So we can ask them to do so. And mindfully, they're just closing their eyes. We can ask them to have a focus on their breath. So after this, age appropriate yoga activities, while there were some breathing exercises, and we can also do some yoga activities, the activities that do day to day, and turn them into mindful exercises. So they're not very specific or very separate. So we can do our day to day exercises and we can turn them into this mindful exercise. So if the children are coloring in, you can encourage them to color quietly and listen to the sound of the pencil moving on the paper. So if we just ask them quietly, sit quietly and color, no, we can ask them to do this. Listen to the sound, what you are hearing, how the color is making the sound. Listen to it very carefully. How different colors make different sounds. Just listen quietly and tell me after coloring. You can do that. So they become quiet and focused. If we can encourage them to be as quiet as they can, we can ask them to be very quiet and listen to different things, do it very mindfully. Painting can also be used as a mindfulness activity. We can encourage them to be quiet when they paint and listen to the sound of the paintbrush on the paper, feel the feeling of their arm of hand moving as they paint their strokes. So just understand how your body is moving, how the paintbrush is moving. Just be very careful of what you are doing. Partner yoga. So we can do partner yoga. It can be a very fun exercise for the kids. And we can supervise them closely and suggest them that they can try different poses with their mom, dad, brother or sister also when they get home. So back to back breathing. They can sit on the floor or they can sit on their benches also with their backs together and close their eyes, decide who will start. So the person begins by inhaling deeply and then exhaling slowly, and then continues to breathe slowly and deeply. So first one person will breathe in and then the other person will do. So they should be able to feel what the other person did. So first one person will breathe in and breathe out, next the other person will do that. Then they can together breathe in and out and sync their breaths together. So together they can do a humming bee breath. We can ask them to together be a snake and hiss and feel your body. Or they can do some partner yoga poses also together. So it will also help in enhancing empathy, as one of our teachers have already said, that it will enhance empathy. When we are doing together, we can just understand the limitations of our body as well as others. So it will help them in understanding the other person and cooperating also with the other person. How we can do well by cooperating. Next, bubble blowing can be an activity, because bubble blowing is a very important activity as far as a speech is also concerned. It also enhances breathing, but bubble blowing is very important for our mouth. It is a very good exercise for our mouth. So makes them aware of their breath, encourage them to feel the air going into their body as they breathe in, and then watch the bubbles form with the air that is leaving their body. The children will need to be above the age of 3 years for bubble blowing, and you can have a permission slip also from the parents to do this bubble blowing activity. But this imagining bubble breathing can be done. The real bubble breathing, we need the permission of the parents because soap is involved. Children may not blow it, or children may suck it also. So this imaginary bubble breathing, everyone can do. Imagine you're holding a bubble wand, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold your breath, and then breathe out slowly and as if you're blowing a bubble. You have to blow a bubble. Visualize the shimmery floating bubble carrying all your worries away. So repeat this whenever you're feeling sad, we can ask them, you can blow the bubbles. They're very colorful and you'll feel happy. So if a child is feeling, no, I am just missing my mama, papa, you want to see some bubbles? Okay, do this. You can see colorful bubbles. They can imagine and they will see all sorts of flowers, their favorite toys also in the bubbles if we ask them. So Yogi says, so it is like Simon says. So we can do some fun yoga poses while integrating it with, like Simon says, one person can be a yogi. The yogi stands up in front and calls out the names of different poses. Yogi wants you to be like a tree. Yogi wants you to be like a mountain. So others have to do it. They have to pretend different things, sled down like a hill, hibernate like a bear. We can use according to the children's level and age. So mirror, mirror, this is also a very good warm-up exercise to increase the focus. So one person can be the leader chooses a pose and the others have to copy. So we can change the leader and so that everyone gets a chance to be the leader. So to calm down, we can ask the children to do some activities when we are sad or when we are angry. First, we'll acquaint them to their emotions. Then we can ask them that if you want to calm down, if you're feeling very angry, you can punch a pillow, take deep breaths, different types of breaths they have learned. Take a time out, do any favorite thing, count to 5 or breathe in and out. Hand breathing, we can ask them. Stomp 3 times, hug someone you love. So musical, yoga adventures. So we can just use any music or any rhyme and we can create a rhyme and see the leaves upon my tree, one leg up. Hey, look at me. So we can integrate a rhyme with yoga. So they can do a tree pose, brown and red or orange and green, the other leg up. I am the other tree, so they have to repeat with the other leg up. So I see a squirrel sees me. He wants to climb upon my tree. So we have to work like a squirrel, climbing, climbing fast and free. The squirrel climbs to the top of my tree. So we have to move up, tiptoe, and reach to climb the tree. With legs apart and knees slightly bent, gently, alternate twisting to the right and left, swinging your arms in the wind as if we have reached a tree. So now yoga helps to enhance flexibility, strength, coordination, and body awareness in children. So in addition, their concentration and sense of calmness and relaxation also improves. So in this way, yoga helps us to develop our mind, body, and coordination also in children. And it also helps them in enhancing the concentration and sense of calmness and relaxation also improves. So this is all from my side. Now I am open to questions.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your session. We will take the questions one by one. But before them, allow me to share the feedback form in the chat. In the meanwhile, teachers, please do share your queries in the chat and we will address them during the session only. Okay, so just share your queries in the chat and we will address them. I'm just sharing the feedback form in the chat. Please do fill up this feedback form and share your opinion for the session.
So Hasina ma'am is telling that she asked them to smile with making different faces, and when they see each other's faces, they laugh a lot. Great. And it becomes an exercises to begin the class in an active mode. That's great, ma'am. It's a great practice. Even I'll try it. That yes, we can create different faces and they can laugh and they just moving with their body and face and they just love it. That's a great start, ma'am.
When one of the teacher has asked, so some like we try to do activities, but the children are excited in like for 2 or 3 days. After some days, they got bored with the activities. So what we can do to update them, like make the class interesting all most of the time.
Okay, so ma'am wants to say that she has done the exercises and few activities, and after a few days, the children got bored.
Yeah.
Okay. So for this, what we can do, we can just innovate. We can try and do it on our own also. Like children love, I feel that we also do it along with them. If we just ask them only to do, so they just feel that okay, we're done, and we can just alternate the exercises, and we can do some one day, some the other day. Keep repeating them, keep making changes in them. Ask them to create different sounds. Ask them what they want them to be. Okay, we are doing certain exercises but children are not liking it, so we can ask them, okay, which animal you like? Okay, you want to act like that animal? Okay, what do you like? Can you do that? It may or may not be correct, but our idea is just to let them understand, let them be in it. We can do that. Is it okay to have yoga right after lunch break, or a gap is required in the timetable? Ma'am, the exercises which we are doing with very young children, they're not exactly yoga. So these are some stretching exercises, and we are not exactly focusing on the child should be able to touch or the child should be straight when they are moving this, when they are in a tree pose, they should be very still, they should touch this to this. No. So we can do these exercises after the break also. If we are doing proper yoga, it is not exactly yoga. If you're asking them to be like a bear or do some things, they're not exactly yoga. The breathing exercises are also very simple, just inhale and exhale. So they can be done after the break also. If we do just proper yoga with proper correct postures, if we are focusing on, then we have to take a break for 2 to 3 hours after the lunch. Or we can prefer to do it in the mornings only. But young children, with these small children, we are not very particular about the movements. So we can do them after the break also. Thank you so much.
Yeah. One
Everyone.
of the teachers has also asked, can you suggest some like the online activities which can which they can make sure that the students are following. These are the like offline activities, and can you suggest some like online activities like tools and all?
Online activities, these activities apart from partner yoga, the other exercises, the other breathing exercises, they can be done in the online mode also. We can ask them to hold anything, close their eyes, and feel that they are okay having a bowl of soup. Inhale and exhale, belly breathing. They can lie down comfortably in their houses. They can keep a light toy on their belly, just can inhale and exhale. And the partner yoga also, they can do it with their family members. Are you asking about some applications, sir?
Yes, some apps or applications.
Okay, applications for yoga. So they are not specific applications for children, specifically for yoga. We have Vibrake application. It is a Vibrake application. Is a small app, like small exercises which can be done by anyone. It is by Ministry of Ayush. So we can try that, but it is not very specific for the children. I'll find out about some apps for the children for yoga. I am not much aware about that. I'll find it out and I'll tell you surely in the next session.
Uh, One of the teachers also asked, can we use music for yoga and meditation?
Yes, definitely. We can use like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars. Maybe have done this feelings rhyme. We can also play some music and we can ask them to just breathe in and out according to the music. But actually, the children are very small, so they cannot very much focus only on the music. So the instructions should be there. We should be there. The child should feel that, okay, ma'am is there, because they're very small to just sit and focus on the music. But yes, while they're doing the exercises, while they're doing yoga, they are pretending to be different animals or birds or different things. So we can play the music. It will boost their energy levels. Yes, because music definitely helps in boosting the energy. So it can be done, definitely.
Great, ma'am. I think these were the questions. So thank you so much, ma'am, for conducting such a great session for teachers. I can see that most of the teachers has shared that some of them already have exercise, some of the exercise they used in their classes and they find it really useful. And some of the teachers really find all the exercise amazing and simple. So thank you so much for sharing these exercises for them. Thank you so much for your time and energy. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, teacher class. And thank you all the teachers for trying these out and for attending my session and sharing your feedback with me. Thank you.
Great. Manan ma'am has asked that can we use this in 6, 7, 8 classes?
Yes, we can, because if the children are beginning with the exercises, we can ask them. These are simple exercises, and we can start. If the children have been doing, we can modify them to a greater level. Proper yoga can be done. But if they're just beginning, we can surely begin with these exercises. They are very important and they can be done in sixth, seventh, eighth also. We can raise the levels also in future classes also. I can share how we can raise the level of these exercises. But initially, if they're just beginning, we can begin in sixth, seventh, eighth classes also.
Great, ma'am. And also we are going to conduct the session on 14, which will be mainly focusing for the students who are in the age of 5 to 12 years. So please do sign up for that session as well. I have shared the meeting link in the message. So please do sign up. And we also are going to conduct the session on preschool teaching methodology. Due to certain reason, we need to postpone it. So the session is going to happen on 13 at 4 p.m. So please do join the session as well and do sign up for it. Okay, this is a feedback form. Some of the teachers are asking for it to share again. So this is the feedback form. Please do fill up this form and make sure you complete this form, submit this form. This is the like another like one of the condition in order to get the certificate. So please do fill up this form. If you are having any issue in order to fill up this form, please do let us know. If you got all your answer, you are free to leave. Thank you so much for joining our session. We hope we will see you upcoming sessions as well. Till then, you all have a